And thank you very much, Sheever, and the other two. And I'm here joined by Fogged Dota. It feels good to be casting in, right, my friend?
What's up, man? Yeah, feels good. It's been a while for me, and I don't think we've ever casted a LAN together. So
I do not believe so either, but we got two drafts here. We got some
do.
stuns on both sides. We got a Spectre versus Medusa. Who are you liking?
Oh, man, they really like their Grimstroke on BeastCoast. They've picked it, I think, what, at least three out of the 4 of the games they've played. Let's see. Looks a bit greedy on the side of BeastCoast, and keen with their Dusa. They've been really, really strong with this hero.
And the hero, right?
Because they have the Lesh also playing as a safe lane too, right, on Old Chicken. So it's a little bit of a change up too.
It feels like, right? We've seen this, right? Medusas don't need to go to the late game. I think most Medusa games actually ended by the 20-25 minute mark. You're just pushing up a hill. And I think you're right. It seems really greedy from what BeastCoast is doing, but hey, they almost beat VP. It's worked for them so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if they can make it to this game, if they can make it late game, if they're not super far behind, right? You're liking their lineup. I mean, they've got Spectre, they've got Doom, they've got the Grimstroke combo with it as well, and you can look like it's really going to be the Dusa versus the World once it gets to later stages. Sure, Darkseer, Wall, sometimes you can factor that one in, but. Yeah, it can get hard for the Dusa, but I think, what we're saying, Keen, they could just hit that timing where they get their Greaves, their Pipe on the Darkseer, and the game can just end that 25 with an Aegis on Dusa.
Yeah, and you saw middle there, Mike. He's chilling, but a good call, not sending that chicken out. If you don't see somebody, especially a Bane, do not send that chicken out.
Yeah, they're running an aggro tri-lane, and they're like, this Doom is, he's alone top as...
Yep. Uh-oh, he gets gone on it. It looks like he's just getting a tag team shackled up, right-clicked. Should be a kill, and it is. And that is a lot of stuns and disables in this top lane. I'm not even sure if Mike's going to be able to help that much, it feels like. They do take a lot of damage, though, under the tower. Have to use all their regen. And then that middle lane, Rioya versus Yi. Who wins this matchup early? Does Medusa just snake and win this lane too, or can the Lina do some stuff?
I think Lina's actually one of the few. I think Blitz was saying it too. Lina's one of the few that does okay as the ranged hero. Mike, up top, tag team. We see 3 heroes hitting on it. Yeah, more than enough.
This is just going to be, as we said, even at this 2v3 lane, I don't know how anyone farms. This is going to be so rough. And yeah, they have to put the Grimstroke up there, which, as Cap said, you need levels on that hero, right? You used to play it a bit.
Yeah, you definitely need levels on that here. And also, now you're putting your Spectre in a 1v1 versus a Darkseer. So, Old 11, as soon as he hits level 3, Envy's going to get bullied. They're going to have to help this Darkseer, or this Spectre, or just swap lanes. And again, I mean, top, this time they get the kill for...
It was just a tier 2 suicide.
Oh, it was a suicide.
Yeah, he just didn't want to wait. He's like, 118 gold Brex, you can have it.
Okay.
You get more than that in your level 15 tower.
Yeah, what? It's a 20-second window, right? After you get hit in order to suicide if you don't want to actually give the gold to one.
And he only gave, what, 118? What's your thoughts on that? Do you like giving the gold? Well, heads up, they might find Kaka here. It doesn't look like they can.
I think, it's just so worth it, right? You show back up within 5 seconds with full health, full mana, whatever. They get 100 gold, but what are they going to really do with it in the lane?
Yeah, and you see the Leshrac 10-1, Brax 7-0. Of course, he has that Devour, so he'll be able to keep up. Doom always catches up. That's the one thing. He might struggle, but he'll always catch up.
That is for sure, and it's actually pretty cool to point out that deep ward they place. I know it's been there already for about 3 minutes, but Keen just wanting to run this aggro tri-lane and wanting to know what they're playing against. So this ward actually gives them all the information for them to make that lane decision, which I think is pretty damn clever.
In middle, the scan is there. Nice job by Rioya seeing that. Invisor picked up by the Tusk, but scan's right on top. He's like, wait a minute, something's going on, because nobody's actually here.
Rioya's been doing really well in all his mid matchups in this tournament so far. I mean, look at him. He's 15-4 versus the 9-3 Adusa. Lina, since you have that high range, more than most range heroes, you have that little bit extra as that 670, you actually can distance yourself pretty easily from that snake. And you always have the nuke too, and you can just poke to harass, so that's what you see how well he's doing in this matchup right now. And I mean, bottom Envy's not doing too shabby either versus this Darkseer.
Yeah, 10-3, 16-2. As long as you're getting farm, right? I think as long as you're always going to get out farmed by this guy. Do you think, top lane, they're going to go in again, though. Grimstroke, oh my goodness. So squishy. Goes down Brax. Gonna try to chase down. They go for the Ice Shards block. Doesn't look like it'll make it, but Darky's going to try to run away, but Brax taking so much damage. We'll just have to back out. Mike, send some right clicks here. TP immediately from this Grimstroke. Still only level 2. Stun will miss, and looks like we'll chill out a little bit, man. Tri-lane versus tri-lane. It's been a bit since we've seen one. I don't think we saw one yesterday. They're going in again. Mike is trying to tank it up. They're going to go for him on that Tusk. Will they be able to bring him down? No, Brax goes down first. They will be able to get the Tusk, but uh-oh, here we go. Mike goes down as well. TMT, he really wants a solo kill. He needs some levels. Looks like he will get it. Gets to level 3, and it's a 2-for-2 bloodbath up here.
I'm surprised that BeastCoast getting this many kills, right? Their tri-lane is just not really that strong, but they have this Satyr creep on Brax, which is actually helping them quite a bit. Just a little bit of extra regen and everything like that. It actually allows them to be able to go for these plays more than I thought they would have been able to versus a tag team tri-lane.
Yeah, let me see. Well, what build do you want to go in a tri-lane, like a carry Leshrac? Do you just do, is it just Edict it looks like he's doing?
I mean, it looks like, yeah, it's just what it looks like. I think the mid lane's the only one where you see the 2-0-2, and then they go, I think, like 2 points in Edict, and then they get ult. It's like complete, like, randomly whatever you feel you need in the game.
Uh-oh, once again, they're going to go in. There's going to be the Tusk trying to run away, but the Inkswell will stun him up. Yeah, Dark in a little bit of trouble. Brax is in more trouble, though. One more right click will fly. He actually dies to the neutral creep, and now Dark will go down as well. Old Chicken, I don't think they have the spells to bring him down, and they will. They'll just harass him, has his bottle. But yeah, BeastCoast, they're doing nice, and the deny there, that's when you're like, you know what? I do not mind dying to the neutral creeps.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at EnernaLEnVy in bottom too. He's 20-5. I'm actually really surprised how well he's doing. He's got the Soul Ring, this double mango, just doing a great job of just kiting around that Ion Shell a lot. He's gonna miss a couple creeps here at the tower, which I'm sad, but that's okay.
He gets the range creeps at least. That's all that matters. Whatever, melee creeps, who cares? But that is gonna be, it looks like
4 bounties.
3. Yeah, but no, you're good. The bottle always confused me. I'm like, they got 8 runes. Oh my goodness, they're good. You see that? Yep, already. That's crazy. 500 gold advantage from bounty runes at 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Throws that up, man. Yeah, that's why you see so many teams just take these fights around him now. So, back up top, they're just waiting. The Tusk trying to stop this pull. Doesn't look like he can, though. And middle is actually 25-14 versus 19-10, so Rioya doing a very good job there.
Okay, both continuing.
They're just farming, right? Medusa's, I mean, it's the same, right? Medusa's like, hey, you're beating me in CS, but I'm a Medusa and I'm still farming well.
I'm trying to, like, I know there's so much action top, so, like, we're watching up there for you guys. I'm trying to keep track on Envy because he's just doing so well in this matchup. So I'm going to be watching how he's just dancing around because he's really just keeping it up with that Darks here.
And Mike will go down. Brax will get him stunned up, and he's just going to run away. And pretty much anytime there's an Ice Shards block, you're going to go. There's at least one, if not 2 heroes dead.
Yeah.
He's done a good job with those Ice Shards so far.
Old Chicken was actually holding skill point for a long time there. He was level 4 with 1-2 build. He now put the second point in the stun.
Dude, the stun. God, that AoE on level 1 stun, it just feels so bad.
Yeah. Again now. Mike.
There's the Ice Shard's going to be easy. Stun goes out. There's going to right-click. Brax tries to run forward, but can't really do anything. The sleep dodge. Will he make it away? No. Here comes the ulti from EternaLEnVy, though. Who do they want to go on? Looks like they want to kill the Tusk. Possibly go for the Rasta as well afterwards. Going to go for the TP. Infernal Blade is on cooldown, and he'll make it out. So the first Spectre ulti used, and I don't know, was that worth it? You get 1 kill, but now this bottom lane is just going to push in, and we see the instant TP back.
Yeah. I think also it's starting to get a little harder for him down here, too, because we've seen the Darks here, you know, the first 2 levels, level 3 isn't really that strong. It's level 5 and level 7 where you're like, oh, God, I can't actually lane versus double Ion Shell at all. Yeah. But, I mean, I'm actually still surprised how well Envy's doing. It's like this Soul Ring build we've seen, I think it was it first done at the Major?
I believe so.
Right, I think it was Vici or one.
Yeah,
I can't
people started to, I mean, you just farm the jungle, right? Once you get the Spectral Dagger cooldown, you get this Soul Ring, you're just like, wow, I'm pretty good at doing this.
I'm trying to remember if it was Ame or I can't remember exactly which player it was, but there was one player which started doing it and everybody was like, wow, that's actually really good because even when you're pressured, you just dagger for those range creeps. Yeah.
I mean, that's pro Dota, right? Like, something might not be good, and then you see like this Ame or this maybe do it in their lane. You're like, wait, this is good. Let's copy it. Middle lane, yeah, they get the stun, Rioya. Does have ulti, but they don't want to commit for it. You never know who's TPing in, and looks like Leshrac actually cancels his TP.
Yeah, he's still 7 stick charges plus that Fairy Fire, so I'm not going to be able to breach through.
And here you go, the Helm of the Dominator, Ion Shell creep. Going to try to run away. Tag team is there. Tanky is the Spectre, runs over the Ice Shards. And that's the thing I guess we didn't talk about. Medusa and Spectre are hard to kill, like in their respective lanes with their defensive abilities.
Yeah, that is definitely true.
This tower, it looks like it's in a lot of trouble. You see TMT rotate down here, and the Stroke of Fate, as they said, just the creep clear. You brought that up yesterday, too. It's like, why do they pick this hero? Probably just to clear creeps, and you see it's pretty good. Mike will get the sleep. He has double damage, so he's doing some nice beatdowns here. Stun will come from the low ground. Rioya's like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm heading back. Mike's
got to be careful. Like, Kaka's already rotating over.
Yeah, he is not looking alive right now. Tries to do some rounds, buying a little bit of space. TMT will go down. Mike, he's going for it, though. Unfortunately, the Medusa will survive for them, and that's a quick 2-0 out of nowhere for him. And Brax has to rotate bottom, and looks like it's starting to get a little bit out of control for BeastCoast here, besides Rioya in the mid lane. Yeah,
you'd have to kind of expect this, though. When they're running this aggro tri-lane, even though BeastCoast did actually much better than I thought they would have done up there, they've gotten so many successful kills. I mean, it's a tri-lane with a Tusk. You know, it's tag team. You've got Shadow Shaman 2 with high base damage. they did a great job pressuring out there. And then, yeah, Darkseer's getting those levels, so he's able to pressure out.
In middle lane, the one hero we said was doing pretty good for BeastCoast, just going to get ice sharded in, goes down, uses Laguna, but doesn't even get the kill. Now here's EternaLEnVy and Mike, but from the side is going to be the Rasta. Will they be able to get the shackles? Nope, the surge on himself. He's just iron shelling both of them down together. There goes Mike. And old11, he is owning on this Darkseer. Top net worth and a double killing spree.
And if he gets out of control, I mean, he's going to get his arcane boots online. He gets his mech or his pipe, whichever one of those defensive items he wants to go for. That's where we're talking about BeastCoast could just completely lose control of this entire game, because these tier 1s are all going to get sieged right now by Keen. You see top old chicken. He's like, all right, you guys pressure one lane. I have Edict. I take this tower by myself. Yep.
Here they go. They're going to go for the Tusk. It is a 4-man rotation. Does look like they will get the kill. EternaLEnVy picks it up, but as you said, old chicken gets the tower right afterwards. Old11 already pressuring he's going near the top lane, farming jungle. They might just take a tier 2 top if they really want.
Yeah, he actually went for the 4 points in the Edict and sees that side lane Lesh. Hasn't decided, he hasn't picked up that secondary item choice just yet. Hasn't chosen if he's going to go for just like Bloodstone Yules or that Atos, the usual ones.
Ooh, yeah, and Ike's Mike having a rough one on the Bane. 6 deaths at the 9-minute mark, and sometimes, you know, that Suicidal 5 is still played, even though, you know, some of these bigger teams are like, we need everyone to have farm.
Yeah.
So, like, we have some drawings middle. They want to do a gank, but old11, he's just farming. You can't do anything to this guy. It honestly feels like the Medusa and Darkseer are almost like unkillable at this point. We're only 10 minutes in.
I mean, it really, really does. And this Darkseer has so much power. This Dominator build that, of course, it's been around for a very, very long time. It makes the hero a completely different monster than what he used to be. He used to be like, oh, he's just going to farm, he gets these defensive items, then he's his team fight king. Now it's like, you have to watch out because he just runs around with now triple Ion Shell or double Ion Shell by himself. And as we see top, as soon as Envy's showing his face, they're setting up here with the try gank.
He won't pull the Leshrac in with him, but he does have the ice shards, but he just runs over it. And EternaLEnVy doing a job. They're going to try to turn it around, though. TeamT as well as Brax are here. Unfortunately, they don't have the best lockdown. You got an Infernal Blade, and that's about it.
We talked a lot about, well, we always do, but how important stuns can be, right? And you look at BeastCoast, they don't really have your traditional, stuns. Sure, they have the Lina, of course, but then they've had like Bane, Sleep, Fiend's Grip. It's not like Lesh stun, Shadow Shaman, Hex, Shackle.
You have to.
A little bit tougher.
It's tough to aim a Lina stun too, right? One juke to the left, and you're just like, well, now I can't get this kill. He's going to get the stun there. He does have Laguna as well. Will throw it out. Snowball will go out, but it looks to be a kill on this Tusk. Doing a ton of damage to Rioya, but they will finally get a kill.
They need Brax to be finding a lot more farm, if possible. I mean, it's really hard for him right now, but you look at their heroes, and 4 of them are pretty damn squishy. If Brax starts to fall behind even more, they're all just going to be just dying because they can't actually frontline. Yeah. The Spectre's going to be their frontliner in a way, and that's not going to be very, very fun.
Yeah, your Spectre's like, I want to go in on the back line. It's like, nah, you got to go in the front for Rioya. And you see the top 3 net worth were the Radiant, but now the Spectre actually has moved in, so trying to keep him into the game. And do you agree? I think Cap said that can a Spectre solo carry a game versus... It feels rough versus Rasta and Medusa.
I would not imagine so, no. I mean, it's like, even in like the later stages of the game, I've just seen these dudes just throw a Mystic Snake on the rest of your team and then just, you're full man again. Oh,
that is quite the skill with the talent as well. And well, it looks like bottom lane, they're setting up possibly. Obviously, it's tough kill. Same with Lesh. Lesh and Lina are the same thing. Like, they have a good stun, but you do normally need a setup.
Absolutely. And I think he is going for his own setup on Old Chicken. It is going to be the Yules for himself.
Yep. Yules or Atos. Yules better, right? Because defensive item, Pulse Nova's just going while your Yules in the air, too. It's nice. They will just get another tier 1 tower. So as you said, they just continue to siege them down, and they're just suffocating BeastCoast already.
Yeah, just look to take those 3 tier 1s, and then you're going to have a very good net worth advantage, and then you're going to be able to look to take that Roche when you have those defensive items. I didn't actually see what old11 purchased just yet, but it will be that mech.
Yep.
As we, it was one of them, right? It had to be either the mech or the Crimson Guard in this game. So mech looks a little bit better here.
Oh, the rotation on the middle, that Centaur Conquer with the Iron Shield, so intimidating, can probably solo half the supports in the game.
I mean, now they have multiple forms of initiation on Keen. While you look at BeastCoast, they don't really have forms of initiation. Their initiation is their haunt, gives them information, and then they have to just walk in because they don't have this other type of tool. Brax's farm is just completely stagnated, level 7 on Doom. He has Phase Drum at least, but...
Uh-oh, top lane, EternaLEnVy, this time he could be in trouble. There's Iron Shells, triple. There's going to be the Centaur Conquer, kind of nicely done. Old11, that boy is a beast. He actually really is.
He is so aggressive. I've always loved watching this guy. Like, Faith Beyond and Old11, like, they're such aggressive offlaners.
And unlike Darkseer, right? Like, obviously, like, Iron Shell, you have the thing, but to just, like, look out and seek these kills while everyone else is farming, it's such a good thing to have on your team.
Mike's still level 5.
Oh, that feels rough. He's getting close there, but he doesn't need to get a little more experience. And what do? You got to like smoke up and find a grip kill like immediately, right? Because you can just tell there's not much they can do. They lose middle tier 1 as well, and
They
look at the levels.
They have to start finding something with any of their ultimates, right? Like they're not able to find pretty much anything picked up. I think if they're going to be able to look for a fight, they have to look. I don't know who they want. They fight away from the Darkseer. I feel like fighting near the Darkseer right now is impossible.
And he already has like his mech pretty much. You are not killing anyone near that guy. Have a quick pause here. Mike getting close to that 6. 14 minutes. And then, man, it's a 6K lead. And we saw they almost beat Virtus Pro yesterday. But then again, we also saw Keen win a 20-minute game 1.
We did.
So this looks very similar to that. And look at that, the Spectre versus Medusa. That is a late game. I just don't know. This is going to be so tough for the Spectre, it feels like. And yeah, this is the big one.
If it even gets, it's like that's not even looks it's going to get him. Yeah, this is the big one. You look at the Darkseer in comparison.
And what can you, like this Doom, right? Obviously he can catch back up, but he's one of those heroes you think you just kind of go to a lane, you devour creeps, you kind of stay in the middle, but he's the lowest core in the game by a decent amount.
I think the move by Keen in the beginning of the game to get that ward up on that deep cliff like at the start of the game just to recognize where the lanes are. Because we've seen these matchups a lot, right? Where people pick Darkseer and your teams that aren't as experienced, they'll just send that Darkseer in the top lane, and then BeastCoast, they want to match the Doom versus it, right? Because you just eat the Ion Shelled creep, and you can actually do pretty well versus it. But Keen, they were completely aware of that. They set up the lanes perfectly, and it's set them up into a very good early 15 minutes.
Yeah, you see it's going to be an Atos coming out from that Lina. And there's going to be the Snakes drop top with that Edict in this tower. Oh, my goodness, they do have a glyph. We'll see if they want to use it. Doesn't look like they actually do quite yet.
The Atos is, like, I understand it, but they've got a lot of ways to get on top of the Lina already, right? Like, so the Yules would seem like it's a little bit better in the defensive asset versus a Tusk, especially.
Yeah, and even just the mana regen, right? Isn't that like what Lina lacks? There's going to be an ulti. They're going to try to come in there by their shrine. There's going to be the first grip. It will be on the Rasta. They should be able to bring him down. There's going to be a Lagoon on the backside as well, and they will get both supports on the side of Keen. They needed that. Just getting 2 kills, and now that opens up their jungler. Like, these 2 guys are gone. We can finally farm these, get our stacks going, get something.
Yeah, all their lanes are a bit under the gun here, though. Mid and top being pushed in quite heavily. And I think Blitz was talking about it, too. It's like they have 3 heroes that don't really push lanes out in the super fast way. I mean, the Bane and the Spectre and the Doom is not the fastest. Spectre's okay, but really mid.
Just a wall placed down, but he doesn't actually put him under the wall. It doesn't look like it'll matter too much, though. He's going to try to run Emryoya. Does miss a stun. Nice dodge by Old 11. Will just run away there.
He is a madman.
Dude,
Did you see that?
He just ran in, dodges the stun, runs back in. It's like, nah, I'm just kidding. I'm out of here. Does miss the wall, though. A little bit odd, even with the vacuum down, but haste will be bottled by this Lash Dragon. This is... You just got to get the hell out of here, because they're just going to run straight at Ike's Mike. He's probably happy he's tanking the gank for his team, but... There's going to be about 5 heroes middle, like we talked about. They're just going to go high ground, possibly.
Yep,
they're actually going to find another one. Yep, a throw up in the air. This Grimstroke, he's the only wave clear and a little bit out of position. They're double kill, unstoppable. We're about to have a 20-minute godlike Darkseer.
Man, they're just really punishing, right? They recognize BeastCoast found an opportunity inside of their jungle with their ultimates. They use the Laguna Blade, they use the Fiend's Grip, they use the Spectre ulti, so immediately Keen's like, we don't really have ultis that we need to wait for on our lineup.
No.
The only ulti they have, really, that matters in this early game at least, is the Serpent Wards. Because Stone Gaze isn't really being used for now. In the later stages, sure, that's going to be one we have to be able to watch out if we get to that.
Yes. And they get that tier 2 tower, and just looking rougher and rougher. They slowly choke him out. And that's the thing. Neither team actually has the best Roche taking. You definitely have to win a team fight before you go into there, because it's going to be a slow Roche take from either team.
Yeah, I think both teams, they take Roche with like items, right? Like Spectre, when he has Manta, right? Desolate is one of the ones that's pretty decent, and yeah, same for Keenan.
Yep, it's tough. How do you like did EternaLEnVy have to go for this Blade Mail? It feels, I mean, you need something early game, but I've heard pretty mixed reviews on this item.
It's Envy. I mean,
it's out of your hands. You know, he's gonna do what he's gonna do.
He's a big fan of Blade Mail. I've always really liked Blade Mail as an item. Of course, it's gotten nerfed a lot over like the not recent past, but in the past. It's just an item that, you know, it's cost effective.
And man, also after they took those 2 kills middle, they actually took a triple stack on that big camp that I'm sure Envy was like, I would have loved to dagger spam down, but I don't know. The top 2 net worth right now, Leshrac and Darkseer, just dominating this game. Yeah. Lina has moved up, though. 7K net worth, only 1,000 below the Medusa. And with how many towers are down, that's that's not too bad.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Just seeming like they just never can take a fight if Haunt is down, which is just kind of the obvious thing when you're playing with Spectre.
Uh-oh, here we go. The Centaur Conqueror again. There's the haste. Nice Atos and a sleep as well. They're just going to run away from it. Probably a smart idea. They have no clue how many heroes are behind there.
I think just taking a 5-on-5 right now for BeastCoast is just impossible. They have to try to find someone to get picked off, or if they can get some like double Doom. That's another way that they can maybe look to take the fight. But even then, I think Keen can just out-sustain the Dooms with their heroes. Like, depending on who gets caught by it, of course, but, I mean, Darkseer has Guardian Greaves.
And man, that was a nice ward by BeastCoast down on that bottom bounty rune that sees it. Brax TP's out with like a half second to go and just makes it. That's what they got to do, right? Like, if you're BeastCoast, you got to split up the map, but you can't die. That's always the thing, right? When you're behind, you're like, well, we got to get farmed, so we have to farm everywhere, but then you get picked off one by one.
And if you do get picked off, it's exactly what we were talking about. They just go to Roche, they drop a Serpent Wards in there, and it's going to be a quick and easy one for Keen. And then, yeah, high ground threatened. So BeastCoast has to be really careful with their positioning. And at least they have 2 wards down, right? Like you were mentioning, they have the one bottom, they have that one that they just placed up top on the rune, and they have the one on the bounty rune as well.
They have the good vision. The problem is, even if you see everyone, you still got to farm somewhere. You're like, well, I guess we just can. They take the last tier 2, 19 minutes in.
And look, they already, Yee's pinging the tower. He's like, force them back. We know what they're doing. They're trying to split up. They're not wanting to fight us. Force them back to the base. They're even going to commit the Serpent Wards here to force BeastCoast all the way back.
And there's the Edict as well. There's no glyph. They might just get this tier 3 tower. Sure seems like it. Yeah, it will go down. There's going to be the double silence. Atos won't actually hit. He's going to Manta, though, anyways, and try to run away into the air as the Yules, and they just can't do damage to these guys.
Uh-oh.
There's going to be a quick pause here by Roy. Has an Arcane Rune on this Lina, so he will be able to spam some stuff out, but who are we missing? Spectre's not there, obviously, can haunt in, and it looks like Brax, he's going to have to run his way there.
He's got 4 seconds left on that TP, but they just used their Grimstroke ulti. Look at this. You see Yi. Yi's already saying, like, Doom is missing. Just watch out for some type of wraparound, but, yeah, they've already used, like, the combo that they, in particular, want to.
Yeah. All they can do now is just hope Grimstroke spams it out. Sure feels like that's it, and I don't think this Medusa cares. Medusa's just going to right-click the racks, right? Yeah,
go spam, and maybe you have your EternaLEnVy grab those bounties top, maybe try to grab the ones bottom. No, they have to, I think they can still just keep trying to spam. They do have they have all their tools up except for that Grimstroke ult, but Brax, I feel like Brax trying to walk in versus this lineup is just going to die, because he doesn't have that BKB just yet. He doesn't have the Blink either for some like Blink Centaur Stomp.
You see how calm Keen is right now. Just waiting. They're like, we got this game. Just chilling.
Yeah.
It is. This pretty much is the game right here. Well, maybe not. They probably will lose the racks, but maybe they can take a fight. As you said, EternaLEnVy, they want to wait a little bit because you got to get the bounty runes.
Yep.
Like, that is your way back in, is just getting bounty runes and getting money.
And maybe even take the choice of try to get a kill if they overextend, but this racks might just not be
defendable.
Something you can defend. Maybe the melee, maybe if they overextend. The range looks like it's probably going to die. But it's a decision you're going to have to take pretty soon right now on BeastCoast.
Yeah. Well, we see Envy there. He is smiling. He's like, we got this, I'm the Spectre. I'm the end-all, be-all, baby. I can carry this game. That's what you want your carry to be, right? You always want your carry to say, I can carry a game. They're doubting yourself. Probably not a good sign.
Did we actually, we didn't get to see anything that was wrong. They just paused, right? Yeah, just paused. So we don't really know what the issue is at the moment.
Yep. But man,
This is exactly what we talked about, though. You looked at BeastCoast lineup. It looks rather greedy. The Lina can make plays, but the way that the lanes were kind of set up, they got set back. And this is that 20-minute GG push that we were potentially talking about that Keen's looking for.
It's actually exactly what they're doing.
20 minutes.
Yep, man. And that's the thing, right? People are like, well, Medusa's that late game. But now Medusa with that snake can just...
Yeah.
She just sieges everything, right? And I think Cap said it best. Like, even against heroes like Phoenix, right? You're happy just standing there right-clicking. You're doing so much by... honestly not doing much at all.
Yeah, I mean, in Phoenix Doom, like if you get doomed, does this do so? You just you hold your ground. And sure, you're losing your mana, but you've got a Darkseer with Guardian Greaves sitting behind you waiting to restore everything, your health and your mana.
Yep, going for the pipe next. And man, he has definitely just had a game. And usually don't think you're like, man, this Darkseer was super impactful, but you're like, he was. He sat in his lane, he won his lane, and then he just ganked.
He played himself, too. Yeah. It's not like he's like 6-1-4. No, he's 6-0-0. Old Levin has claimed all of the kills for himself as well.
He is just playing like a madman. I mean, it's 12 out of 14 kills he's involved in. That is... Oh, 6-0-0. Sorry, yeah. That is... He just doesn't care. He's just taking all the farm. What are you going to do about it?
Kaka's the one who's been a beast. I mean, and as always for this team, right? You talked about newbie in the past. It was Kaka. You talked about Keen. it's Kaka. And you look, he's part of 13 of the 14 kills in this game, just making all the moves as a Tusk. It's the four's job, but to be in 90% of the kills is a little higher than 90% of the kills.
Yep, and it looks like we have the G's coming out here, so this could be it. The final siege is going to go down. Snakes are going to be attacking the racks here as long with the Medusa, and they're just going to right-click. Yep, there goes the Snakes. Only hit IX Mike. They're just going to run back. The siege continues, though. Rioya trying to clear out these wards. And EternaLEnVy will get those top 2 bounties. Old Chicken will get the bottom 2 bounties. And that range rack slowly getting chunked by these 2 Snakes.
Oh, they're actually
get brought down.
Bringing Envy, not using the Haunt to jump in. He's actually walking his way down.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they're going to go. The Tusk will get stunned up. They don't want to commit. There's the Guardian Greaves. Vacuum Wall will hit on the 2 of them. Old Chicken does throw out a stun. Ice Shards block. The Sleep will be there. I don't think it'll buy enough time and instantly gets blown up as Brax has no buyback. I think we're definitely seeing the melee and range racks drop here.
Yeah. And this is what we talked about, right? Brax, he doesn't have the toolkit to be able to actually walk in because of how behind he is in this game, and just walks up and he's just instantly dead.
They can't do anything. They'll just back out of the base here. And do you think about Roche, or do you just go in middle? Looks like they're thinking about backing up a little here. But man,
how close are they to their next item? They might just pick up their next fresh set of items, go Roche, and look to end. Yeah,
Leshrac just got his. He's got the Bloodstone, 15 charges now. That's scary. No one else really goes Bloodstone nowadays, right? I mean, Storm Spirits, they go like 10 of them for some, yeah.
I don't
even think Timbers go with that much anymore. No. Like occasionally, but that hero's definitely seen some stuff.
Misclick on the Stone Gaze there by Yi.
Maybe they thought there was like a smoke chasing after him. Who knows? They're just going to run away, though. And
he was trying to Manta.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go. Whoopsie doodle, time to go. And unfortunately, Dire doesn't have a ward, so they don't know that's down. There's going to be an Invisor in Dark. He will get Atos, will get stunned, and this should be a kill. Doesn't want to use the Laguna Blade. I like it. Don't use your ultis. Don't freak out. Because if you use that Spectre ulti or that Laguna, right, Radiant's just going to be like, well, they're missing one of their skills they have to have.
Yeah, just wait for the Shadow Shaman to respawn and go for the Roche. If they had used one of those big ultis, but they did not. But still, 11k gold lead, and you can see, yeah, Keen, they're all positioning themselves on the right side, make sure they don't lose anybody else to that smoke move.
Mike, I love it. He's just like baiting middle. He's like, I'll push out middle, whatever. If I die,
might die now.
Yeah, he will. And there is the blink onto Tusk. There is going to be Old Chicken rotating over, and the Lesh doesn't even need the help. Rioya cutting a creep wave. Smart play there, defending middle like that. That's what you got to do. That's cut creep waves. Hope they can't push. Only one creep will make it, so it'll die pretty quick. But there's a full pipe flying out in the Darkseer, as well as level 15 just picked up.
Wait, full pipe?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought he just had the hood and a little bit more.
He is. Gosh. Oh no, now Envy is in a little bit of trouble, trying to hide in the trees. They're going to find him, though. Snowball goes, breaks down the tree, stun comes out from Old Chicken. They're going to try to nuke him down. Blade Mills there does run uphill again, though. Is trying to make it, will pop the Shrine. Are they going to continue to commit? They sure will. Medusa still no ulti. I'm not sure if BeastCoast knows that, though. There's going to be the Hex. They try, and there's going to be the Spectre. Will just go down immediately. Will be a buyback. He's going to throw the ulti out. There's going to be the double Laguna Blade, but it doesn't even do any damage. They get a hold now, and Rioya, he's just going to drop under this wall in the ward. Will get right-click down, and there goes IX Mike as well. And this is looking real tough. Glimmer Cape will save TMT at least for now, but the Spectre, this would be a dieback, and will probably be the game. The 70 seconds dead on the Spectre. Get a kill the Shrine as well. That was with a double Laguna Blade.
Double Laguna.
Didn't feel like they did any damage.
I think they got the double Doom as well, right? Double Laguna, double Doom, and the Dusa, what we were talking about, like what the panel talked about, what Blitz and Cap were saying too, is Dusa's one of those heroes. You get doomed, you just hold your ground.
And they find another. I don't know. No one else is really around here. I guess he's just stopping Brax from TPing, doing a good job with that. And, well, 20 seconds until it's back up. So this is just going to be a middle racks as well. Old Chicken actually just running straight in. TMT, what's up? They got a Glimmer Cape, though. Stun goes out, just instantly kills him. There's going to be the sleep. Vacuum back. He's going to wake him up as well. Old Chicken doesn't have the stun, but the lightning pulse into the base he goes. No, he'll back out. Meanwhile, the Rax is just dying as these two slowly bring him down.
They're just too far behind. Yeah, GG's called. I mean, with even the Bloodstone there, where Old Chicken, he's able to pop it after he gets, after the doom, or after the abilities wear off, and he full heals up inside the fight. And that